Okay, class. So, to better understand our topics and solving problems with regards to joint probability of continuous variables. So, let's have more examples. So, let's try problem number 1. Determine the value of c such that the function f of xy is equal to cxy. For x is greater than 0 but less than 3 and y is greater than 0 but less than 3 also. Satisfies the properties of a joint probability density function. So, ang hinahanap daw natin ay yung value ng c. Para ito daw function na to ay magsasatisfy sa property ng joint probability density function. Given na ang value daw ng ating x ay nagre-range from 0 to 3 and the value of y also ranges from 0 to 3. Okay? So, first, ano ba yung property ng joint probability density function? So, alam natin na pag kukuha tayo ng joint probability ng isang continuous variable, continuous variable, so, ang ginagawa natin doon ay ini-integrate natin, double integral, nung function in terms nung dalawang variables natin. So, that is so alam natin na ang ating pagkuha ng joint probability of two continuous variables is equal to the double integral of the function in terms of the two variables y and x, given na yung ating variables is x and y nga. So, at alam natin na ang total probability palagi, so kahit yan ay joint probability, kahit yan ay marginal probability, laging ang total probability natin ay equal sa 1. No? Therefore, kung i-apply natin yan dito sa ating function, ang function daw natin ay cxy. So, para masatisfy niya yung property ng joint probability density function, dapat pag in-integrate natin itong function na cxy in terms of y and x, dapat mag-i-equal sa 1. So, ito yun, no? Okay? So, that is the function xy, cxy in terms of y and x. So, equal sa 1. Saan naman nagaling ang ating limits? Siyempre, ang limits natin, exhaustive, ay from 0 to 3 ang y, and then 0 to 3 ang y, and 0 to 3 din ang x. Okay? So, ngayon, since given naman ay definite yung values ng x and y natin, pwedeng unahin natin ang integration in terms of y, tapos integration in terms of x. Pwede ring integration in terms of x, tapos in terms of y. So, parehas lang yung magiging sagot. Okay? So, dito, dahil nakalagay dito ay dy ng nasa unahan, so, ang gagawin natin muna ay integration in terms of y. Okay? So, kung in terms of y tayo, of course, yung x natin at saka yung c natin ay parehas na constant. So, ito yun. So, ang i-integrate lang natin is y dy. And the integral of y is y squared over 2. So, ito yun. Then, limits niya ay from 0 to 3. Ito siya. Okay? So, naging ganito na lang. Ito naman ay kopya lamang. No? So, ito na ngayon. Ang next natin na gagawin ay isa-substitute muna natin itong limits na ito sa ating y. So, kaya naging kopya lang yung cx. So, yung 3 squared over 2. So, dapat minus 0 squared over 2 pa. Ay, dahil 0 naman yun, hindi na natin inilagay. So, syempre, equal pa rin kay 1. So, we now have a function in terms of x na lang. So, ang next thing to do is to integrate this function, this time, in terms naman siya ng x. So, hindi na constant si x. Ito, pwede natin itong i-simplify as 9 halves. Then, i-integrate natin in terms of x. Okay? So, ito siya. Sinimplify na itong 3 squared over 2. So, naging 9 halves c. So, constant siya times x dx. Then, integrate na tayo in terms of x. Of course, the integral of x dx is also x squared over 2. Okay? So, 9 halves times c. So, kopya lang itong part na to. Then, the integral of x dx is x squared over 2. Then, again, the limits is from 0 to 3. So, again, kopya equal to 1. Then, isa-substitute ulit natin ang ating limits. So, magiging 3 squared over 2. Ano? 3 squared over 2 minus 0 squared over 2 sana. Ay, kaya lang, 0 nga o yun kung hindi na natin ay sinama. So, from here, we can have, this is of course 9 over 2 din. So, 9 over 2 times 9 over 2 is 81 over 4. Ayan. Bakit na ulit? I'm sorry. So, yun. 81 over 4 times c. So, equal sa 1. Therefore, ang c natin is 4 over 81. Okay? So, yan po yung answer natin na value ng c. Para ang function na daw, given ng x is ranges from 0 to 3 and y ranges from 0 to 3 also, is have the properties of a joint probability function. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung function pala natin is actually equal sa 4 over 81 xy. Okay? Problem number 2. From the previous problem, so yung kaninang solve natin, hahanapin daw natin yung probability ng x ay less than 2 and y is also less than 2. So, pwede ba yun? Yes, kasi nga ang limits natin ay from 0 to 3. Pareha. So, pwede silang parehas mag-equal sa less than 2. So, this is a joint probability. Ano? So, again, ang joint probability naman, pag kinukuha, ay simply the double integral of the function in terms of the two random variables. So, solution natin, ito ano? So, double integral of the function, dy dx. Okay? So, syempre, hindi na to equal sa 1. Equal sa 1 pag total, pag yung 0 to 3. Parehas. Dito, anong limits natin? Ang ating hinahanap ay probability na x is less than 2 and y is less than 2. Kaya alam naman natin na ang ating value ng x ay pwedeng mang-range from 0 to 3. So, ang ating limits, minimum value ng ating x would be, kung x is less than 2, pwedeng 0 to 2. Si y naman is 0 to 2 din. Okay? So, ito nga pala yung ating original na function na given, si xy dy dx. Then, yung na-solve natin na value ng c is 4 over 81. Okay? Then, ilalagay natin ngayon for the joint probability that x is less than 2 and y is less than 2 is yung ating limits na 0 to 2. Okay? Then, again, katulad, dahil definite ulit yung values natin, pwede nyo uling pagbalik na rin ha. Dapat pares din ang magiging sagot nyo. Pwedeng mag-integrate muna kayo in terms of x. Kasi dito, mag-integrate tayo in terms of y ulit ang mauuna. So, pero pwedeng mauna si x. Kasi parehas namang definite yung kanyang limit. So, mamaya may kita nyo, merong problem na hindi pwedeng magbaliktad. Kasi hindi definite yung limits nung isa. Okay? So, eto, ay ganun ulit. So, pwede nating ilabas actually yung 4 over 81x kasi mag-integrate tayo dyan in terms of y. So, again, ang integrate natin ay y dy lamang ay di magiging y squared over 2. Ayan, So, nilabas na lang ay yung 4 over 81. So, naiwan dito si x, pero x is still a constant. So, ang in-integrate lang natin is si y, naging y squared over 2 with limits from 0 to 2. Then, substitute lang ulit natin yung limits na 0 to 2 doon sa y squared over 2. Ano? But then again, dapat ay 2 squared over 2 minus 0 squared over 2. Ay kaya lang nga, 0 uli ito. So, hindi na natin siya isinama, kaya naging 2 squared over 2 na lang. Of course, 2 squared over 2 is equal to 2. Tapos, imumultiply natin kay 4 over 81. O, di magiging 8 over 81. O, no? Ito ay 16 over 162. Ito ang ginawa ko ay 4 times 4, 16. Then 2 times 81 is 162. Anyway, that is also in lowest term is equivalent to 8 over 81. So, may iwan na lang si x dx. So, i-integrate na uli natin siya in terms of x. So, syempre, integral ng x dx is x squared over 2. Ano? So, x squared over 2. Tapos, impose ulit natin yung limits from 0 to 2. Substitute lamang po ulit dito. So, 2 squared over 2 ulit. Again, yung lower limit natin is 0, kaya minus 0 na lamang. So, hindi na natin siya ilalagay. So, the answer for the probability, joint probability that x is less than 2 and y is less than 2 is equal to 16 over 81. No? So, yan po yung answer natin. Okay? Next, problem number 3. Again, from the previous problem, this time we are asked to solve for the, what is this? This is a marginal probability, kasi isa laang. Ano? So, pag marginal probability, so as we have discussed, pagkuha nun is i-integrate mo lamang yung given na function in terms dun sa other variable. So, dito, ang hinahanap natin ay probability that x is less than 2.5. So, ang gagawin natin dyan is mag-i-integrate tayo in terms of y. Okay? So, for the solution, so, hinahanap natin is the probability that x is less than 2.5. So, mag-i-integrate tayo. Again, this is our given function. Ano? So, dy ang gagawin natin. Muna. Ano? Bakit dy ang gagawin natin? Dahil, ang given natin, na hinahanap natin ay marginal probability ng x. Okay? So, unahin natin si y. So, ang limits natin ng y, edi sagad. Ano ba ang limit ng y natin kanina? So, sabi, ang y daw ay nagre-range from 0 to 3. So, ang ating limits for y is 0 to 3. Okay? Pero, for x, ang marginal probability na hanap natin is x is less than 2.5. So, ang limits natin for x is 0 to 2.5. Okay? Ayan siya. Ano? So, again, saan galing yung y? So, yung pag sa y, since wala siyang nakaspecify dito, ay di yung total range ng y, yun yung gagamitin nyo as limit. Okay? So, then, ganun na lang uli. Mag-integrate ulit tayo in terms ng y naman. So, ilalabas ulit natin. Pwede nating ilabas si 4 over 81, tapos, saka si x, then integrate tayo ng y, so that is y squared over 2. Okay, so ito, si constant 4 over 81 na lang nilabas, si x ay naiwan, but then again, i-integrate mo lang is si y, kasi x is considered constant, so y squared over 2, then substitute the limits from 0 to 3. Okay, then, dito, we have x is equal to 3 squared over 2. Again, minus 0 ulit siya. Okay? Then, so, 3 squared is 9 times 4, 36. Then, 2 times 81 is 162. Then, x dx. So, mag-integrate ulit tayo in terms naman ng x. So, integral niyan is x squared over 2. So, kopya lamang. Then, itong constant. Tapos, x squared over 2. Limits from 0 to 2.5. Then, i-apply natin yung limits. So, that becomes 2.5 squared over 2. Again, the lower limit is 0. So, naka-minus 0 supposedly. Then, kukumputin na natin ito. And the answer would be 25 over 36. Ano? So, x is less than, the probability that x is less than 2.5 is equal to 25 over 36. Take note, class, ha? Kanina, dun sa joint probability, pwedeng mauna si y, pwedeng mauna si x. Okay? Pero kapag marginal probability, hindi pwede. Ano, sa marginal probability, kung ano yung hinahanapan mo, marginal probability, halimbawa ng x, mauna ka mag-integrate in terms of y. So, keep that in mind. Okay? So, ito yung ating final answer. Okay, next is problem number 4. Actually, same problem pa rin ulit tayo, but this time we are asked to find the marginal probability of y naman. Ano? Take note of this. Marginal probability of y ang hinahanap natin, wherein y is greater than 1 but less than 2.5. So, ang y natin nagre-range siya from 1 to 2.5. Okay? So, katulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, this is a marginal probability. Since in terms of y ito, so ang gagawin nating unang integration dapat ay in terms of x. Okay? So, ang solution natin dyan, so the probability that y is greater than 1 but less than 2.5 would be equal to the double integral of 4 over 81xy. Again, this is the previous problem, given the previous problem, dy dx. So, ano ngayon ang limits natin? So, para sa y, ang limits natin para sa y is 1 to 2.5. Ang limits naman natin para sa x ay yung total range niya. So, which is 0 to 3. Okay? Ayan, dito hindi ko pa napagbaliktad, pero dito baliktad na. Kasi dapat ang mauna ay, ang integration natin ay in terms of x. Bakit nga uli? Dahil ang hinahanap natin ay marginal probability ng y. Okay? So, pagkatapos nito ay i-integrate na ulit tayo. Okay? In terms of x naman ang mauuna. So, ilalabas lang uli natin yung 4 over 81. May iwan naman si y, then integral ng x dx is x squared over 2. Okay? Then again, 0 to 3. That's the limit for x. Okay? Then, substitute that limit. Okay? If we substitute the limit, then that would be 3 squared over 2. Then, 3 squared over 2 is 9. So, times 4 over 81 times 2. Okay, so pag sinimplify natin that is 36 over 162 limits times the integral of y d1 with limits from 1 to 2.5. Then, integrate na tayo in terms of y. So, that would be, oh my, I'm so sorry. That should be y squared over 2. Hindi ko na-edit. Dapat ito ay y squared over 2, ha? Okay? Y squared over 2. Tapos, isa-substitute natin itong 2.5 square over 2. Pero this time, meron na tayong lower limit na 1. Hindi na siya 0. So, minus 1 squared over 2 tayo. Okay? So, ito, sinubstitutan muna natin nung 2.5. So, that's 2.5 squared over 2. Minus yung lower limit naman niya. So, that is 1 squared over 2. Then, kalkuhin ulit the probability that marginal probability that y is greater than 1 but less than 2.5 is equal to 7/12. Okay? So, next. Problem number 5. Again, from the previous problem, so same pa rin tayo ng given. Hinahanap naman natin is joint probability that x is greater than 1.8 and y is greater than 1 but less than 2.5. So, pagka x is greater than 1.8, so ano yung limits natin nun? Mas mataas daw siya sa 1.8. So, yung pinakamababa niya, ang lower natin is 1.8 pataas, di ba? So, 1.8 up to, dahil may define tayo na ang x natin ay nagbabary from 0 to 3, so, ibig sabihin, magiging yung from 1.8 to 3. Ito naman, from 1 to 2.5. This is a joint probability. So, kahit alin ang mauna, pwedeng integration in terms of x and then integration in terms of y. Okay? So, kayo na lang ang magana. Hindi ko lang kung ano bang ginamit dito. Tingnan natin. Ano? So, solution natin. Ayan. So, the probability, joint probability that x is greater than 1.8 and y is greater than 1 but less than 2.5 is equal to the double integral of the given function. Ito pa rin yung given function natin in terms of dy and dx. So, nung ako ay in terms of y pa rin. No? Pero again, pwedeng magkapalit ha. Try nyo na lang. Ano? Okay? So, ang limits natin for y is 1 to 2.5 and limits natin for x is 1.8 to 3. Okay, I'm sorry. Dito pala ay ginawa ko, binaligtad ko siya. Anyway, sabi ko nga sa inyo, pwedeng magkapalit ha. Pag joint, pwedeng magkapalit. Basta definite ang limits. O, paulit-ulit na ako dyan. Okay? So, in terms of x, yung unahin natin, kasi limits natin 1.8 to 3, yung nauna 8, tas dx ito. So, ilalabas natin yung 4 over 81. So, y, x squared over 2. Okay, limits from 1.8 to 3, dy. Okay? Then, substitute lang uli. So, ito again, meron na tayong lower limit. So, that would be 3 squared over 2 minus 1.8 squared over 2. Ayan. 3 squared minus 1.8 squared over 2. Okay lang yan, di ba? In LCD lang. Ayan, para mas maiksi. So, calculate nyo lang yan. Tapos, i-multiply sa 4 over 81. Ang answer daw is 32 over 225. So, y dy. And then, integrate uli in terms of y naman. So, syempre, that's y squared over 2 with limits from 1 to 2.5. Substitute lang ulit yung limits natin. So, that is 32 over 225 times 2.5 squared over 2 minus 1 squared over 2. Sinipag na uli din eh. Okay, then, kalkyuhin lang ulit yan. The answer, the joint probability that x is greater than 1.8 and y is greater than 1 but less than 2.5 is equal to 28 over 75. O, sana may kalkyo kayo ha habang nanonood kayo ng video para sinasabayan nyo. So, pwedeng i-pause nyo muna, palabasin sa calculator. Okay? Next, problem number 6. Okay? From the previous problem, determine the EX. Ano nga yung EX? That is the expected value of X, or what do we call as the mean value of X. Okay? So, kapag po ganyan, ano yung formula natin dyan? Based dun sa ating previous lecture, that is simply the double integral of x times f of x. Okay? Ayan. No, double integral of x times f of x. F of xy pala, I'm sorry. Ano, kasi dalawa yung ating variable, dy dx. Okay? So, ang ating function is 4/81 xy kasi x ang ating multiplier dito kasi mean value ng x. Pag ang hinanap ay mean value ng y, edi ari y. Okay? So, are, ilalabas lang yung 4/81 ay di magiging x squared y dy dx. Okay? Then, integrate tayo in terms of y. So, ang limits natin na gagamitin, since wala naman tayong restriction dito, so, ibig sabihin sa buong ranges yun ng x and y, ano yung mean value niya. So, kaya ang limits natin na ginamit is yung buong range na 0 to 3 parehas. Okay? Tapos, pag in-integrate natin ito, yung x squared y, so, ilabas lang uli si 4/81. Kung i-term siya ng y, di copy lang muna si x squared. Yung y is magiging, y dy is y squared over 2. Okay? Tapos, substitute yung limits from 0 to 3. Okay? So, pag nag-substitute tayo doon, ay di 3 squared over 2. So, wala ulit tayong ima-minus kasi ang lower limit natin ay 0. Then, are, ay i-multiply lang doon. So, yung 4/81 times 9/2, ang answer daw ay 2/9. Calculate nyo na lang. Tapos, integral ng x squared dx. So, pag in-integrate naman natin tong x squared dx, this is x cubed over 3. Okay? Then, the limits is from 0 to 3. Again, the lower limit is 0. So, walang ima-minus 3 lang tayo. Substitute doon. So, that will be 3 cubed over 3 times 2/9. So, the mean value of x, pakikalculate nyo lang po yan. Ito naman dito. Diba? 3 cubed is 27, right? 3 times 3, 9 times 3, 27. Ano naman 9 times 3, kakancel na yan. So, mean value ng x natin ay 2. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, doon sa ating specific na problem na yan, ang mean value or average value or expected value na x natin is 2. Okay? So, pause muna saglit tayo. Okay, medyo naghang yata. Okay, so let's have problem number 7. Again, from the previous problem, so same pa rin tayo ng given. We are asked to find the joint probability that x is less than 0 and y is less than 4. Okay, so remember, yung given natin last time na function is f of xy is 1/84. Sorry, I forgot. 4/81xy. Okay? Pero yung values ng ating x ay nag-range from 0 to 3. Ganun din sa value ng y. Ngayon dito, ang hinahanap ay probability that x is less than 0 and y is less than 4. So, kung ang value ng x natin ay nagre-range lang from 0 to 3, so hinahanap natin yung probability that x is less than 0. So, that would be 0. Ano? Kasi, hindi pwedeng mag-0 ang x natin. Mag-less than 0 ang x natin. Diyan, in the previous problem, it is given that x is greater than 0 but less than 3. So, it cannot be that x is less than 0. So, yung probability, joint probability that x is less than 0 and y is less than 4 is equal to 0. Okay? Next problem. Problem number 8. So, bago na ang ating problem. Determine, again, the value of c that makes the function f of xy is equal to c times x plus y. A joint probability density function over the range x is greater than 0 but less than 3. So, parehas pa rin yung sa x. But y is greater than x but less than x plus 2. So, yung range ng x ay 0 to 3. Ang range ng y is from x to x plus 2. So, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na yung limits niya ay hindi parehas na definite. So, ito definite, 0 to 3. Ito, naka-depend siya sa value ng x, yung value ng ating y. Nag-range daw mula sa x, okay, hanggang x plus 2. Kasi y is greater than x to x plus 2. So, in this case, hindi pwede tayong mag-integrate na uunahin ang in terms of x. So, dapat in terms of y siya. Kasi, kapag nag-substitute tayo ng limit, pag nag-differentiate tayo in terms of y, pag nag-substitute tayo ng limit doon, so, isa-substitute natin sa y ay x. So, okay lang yon kasi mag-integrate pa tayo ulit in terms of x naman. Nasasubstitute naman natin ng limit na definite ang value. Pagbaliktad ang ginawa natin, inuna natin yung integration natin in terms ng x. So, masasubstitute natin itong 0 and 3. Pag nag-integrate ulit tayo in terms of y, ang isa-substitute natin ay x to x plus 2. So, ang mangyayari ay magkakaroon ulit siya ng variable. Okay po. So, para makuha natin yung value ng c, katulad din nung sa ginawa natin dun sa problem number 1. Ano? So, alam natin na ang pagkuha ng joint probability is simply equal to the double integral of the given function. And kung isa-substitute natin ay yung buong range ng values ng ating random variables, yung probability na makukuha natin ay equal sa 1. So, following the same step, so, alam natin that the double integral of f of xy dy dx, is equal to 1. Okay? Para siya ay maging probability density function, joint probability density function. So, ano yung ating f of xy? So, that is c times x plus y. Okay, sinubstitute lang natin yung doon. Ang susunod natin isa-substitute, syempre, ay yung ating limits. So, again, uunahin natin yung sa y. That is x to x plus 2. Tapos yung sa, sa x naman, 0 to 3. Okay, so yan. Tapos, mag-integrate na tayo. So, in terms of y, so, mayayari, itong c, pwede natin yung ilabas, constant yan. So, i-differentiate, i-integrate natin ng x, which is a constant in terms of y. So, that would be xy, xy lang pala, sorry, xy. Tapos, ang y naman ay y squared over 2. Okay, so ito, kasi ito'y constant, integral of a constant is the variable, plus yung sa integral naman ng y squared over 2. Then, isa-substitute natin yung limits na x to x plus 2. So, isa-substitute natin yan sa y. Okay? So, pag sinubstitute natin siya sa y, so x times yung y natin, substitutean ng x plus 2 plus y squared. So, x plus 2 squared over 2. So, sa upper limit yon. Minus yung sa lower limit naman. So, x, yung y papalitan uli ng x, kaya naging x times x. Plus, ito, y squared, so x squared over 2. Okay po. Tapos, isi-simplify na lang. Okay, continued lang yung solution natin. So, ito ay yung din kanina. Simplify lang natin ito. So, distributive property lang tayo. So, yung x times x is x squared plus 2x plus yung sa taas, expand natin. Square of binomial, square the first term plus twice the product of the first and the second term. So, 4x plus square the second term. So, 4 over 2. Tapos dito naman is x squared plus x squared over 2. Then, combining like terms tayo, yung x squared plus x squared over 2, that is 3 halves x squared. Yun. Okay? Tapos ito naman, 2x plus 4x over 2 is 2x din. So, 2x plus 2x, 4x. Tapos, itong constant, 4 over 2 is 2. Minus, aring x squared plus x squared over 2 is 3 halves x squared. Okay? Then, this one would cancel out. So, ang matitira lang ay integral ng c times 4x plus 2 dx. Limits from 0 to 3. Anong next na gagawin? Integrate naman siya in terms of x ulit. Ano? So, magiging 4x squared over 2 plus 2x. Okay? So, integral ng x is x squared over 2 kasi yung c inilabas na lang siya. Tapos, ito integral ng 2 is 2x. Okay? Then, impose the limits from 0 to 3. So, papalit natin yung 3 dun sa x squared. So, 3 squared over 2 plus 2 times 3. No? Yun. So, that is, ito kasi, 4 divided by 2 is ginawa na lang 2. Tapos, yung 3 squared plus 2 times 3. Okay? So, syempre, equal sa 1. Then, 9. This is 9 times 2. 18 plus 6 is 24. Therefore, C is 1 over 24. Okay? So, ito yung ating final answer. Okay, next problem. From the previous problem, determine the conditional probability distribution of y given that x is equal to 1. Okay? So, hinahanap natin is yung conditional probability distribution function na makukuha natin dito kasi hindi definite yung value ng y. Okay? But, hinahanap natin is yung probability ng y given that x is equal to 1. So, kukunin lang natin. So, conditional probability, ano muna yung given natin? Doon sa ating na-solve kanina, so, yung c natin is 1 over 24, di ba, ang ating problem, ang ating function is equal to c times x plus y, but c is 1 over 24, so that's 1 over 24 x plus y. Then, the range natin is from 0 to 3, and from x to x plus 2. Ayan, so, ito yung ating given. Now, paano ba kumuha ng conditional probability distribution? So, ito. So, ano daw yung probability distribution for y, probability distribution or probability density function of y is, of y given that x is equal to 1. So, paano yon? So, ito yung formula natin for conditional probability distribution. That is the probability distribution function of xy over the probability distribution, marginal probability distribution of x. Kasi naka-x ka dito. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ang una mo munang kukunin ay yung fx na yon. Okay? So, paano natin kukunin yon? Ito ay substitute lang yun. Pinagtalagyan lang to ng equal sa 1. Pero yun pa rin yun. So, ano yung f of x natin? So, that is integral of, di ba, marginal probability yan? So, pag marginal probability, i-integrate mo lang siya in terms of your other variable. So, kaya, integral ng f of xy dy. Okay? So, again, our function, ito yon. So, kunin ang integral nun in terms ng y. So, yung 1 over 24, pwedeng ilabas kasi constant. So, integral ng x is xy. And the integral of y is y squared over 2. Okay? Sorry, inilagay muna pala yung limits. Kasi in terms of y yan, so ito siya. Yung y is less than x but greater than x plus 2. So, dapat actually ito mayroong parenthesis para hindi malito. So, yan. x2, x plus 2. In-impose lang yung function. Then, saka mag-integrate. So, integral ng x is xy. Then, integral ng y is y squared over 2. Substitute mo lang ulit yung limits na x2, x plus 2. So, katulad lang din yun ang ginawa natin kanina. So, 1 over 24 x times x plus 2. So, that is x squared plus 2x. Shortcut ko na. Tapos, yung x plus 2 squared is x squared plus 4x plus 4 over 2 minus x squared plus x squared over 2. Sige, parehas lang kasi yun yung sa kanina. Tapos, ito siya. Pinapya ko lang. Ito na. Okay, simplify ulit. So, ito ulit yung x squared tsaka x squared plus over 2 is 3 halves x squared. 2x tsaka 4x plus 4x over 2 is 4x. Saka 4 over 2 is 2. Then, magka-cancel out ulit yung 3 halves x squared. Kaya nagiging 1 over 24 times 4x plus 2. Okay? So, ito yung ating fx. So, kung isa-substitute natin siya dito, so that would be 1 over 24 times x plus y over 1 over 24 times 4x plus 2. Saan galing ari yung f of xy na given, di ba? Kasi ito naman yung f of x na nakuha natin. Paano natin nakuha ang f of x? By integrating the function in terms of y. So, syempre, magka-cancel out na yung 1 over 24. So, nagiging lang siyang x plus y over 4x plus 2. Tapos, given pa na ang x ay equal sa 1. Diba? Kasi conditional probability ng y that given x is 1. So, substitute lang natin yung 1 dito. So, ano mayayari? Na-cancel yun. Tapos, naging 1 plus y over 4 times 1 plus 2. Or 1 plus y over 6. Okay? So, ito na yung function. Ito na yung probability distribution function for y given that x is equal to 1. Okay? Kasi hindi definite pa yung value ng y, kaya hindi definite yung answer natin dito. Ito yung function lang. Function, probability, density function na y of y given x is equal to 1. Ngayon, in problem 10, let's try. From the previous problem, we are asked to determine the conditional probability that y is less than 2, given that x is equal to 1. Okay, ito na may definite na value na tayo ng y, na ang y daw ay less than 2, given ng x ay equal sa 1. So, yung dito is function ng y given x is equal to 1. So, ang hinahanap natin dito, probability na ang y ay less than 2 given ang x is equal to 1. So, pwedeng itong function na lang na ito ang gagamitin natin. Tapos, i-integrate na lang natin siya in terms ng y. Okay? So, ito yung function natin. Yan yung nasagutan natin kanina. So, yung ating probability that of y given ng value ng x is equal sa integral ng function natin na y given x in terms of y. Okay? So, ang ano lang dyan is anong limits ng y natin. Ang limits ng y natin, kasi sabi niya dyan, ito daw ay, ang y daw natin ay greater than 2. Y is less than 2. Okay, remember, dun sa original, ang value ng y, nagre-range siya from x to x plus 2. So, kung hinahanap natin ay ang value ng y ay less than 2, tapos ang kanya talagang value ay pwede lang from x to x plus 2, given ang x is equal to 1. Di ang ating lower limit doon ng y is 1. Tapos ang upper limit natin ng y is x plus 2. So, 1 plus 2, 3. Okay? So, ang pwedeng maging value ng y ay 0, 1 hanggang 3 lamang. Dito. Kasi given nga na ang x ay equal sa 1. Nakuha nyo ga ako? Ito ha. So, ito siya. So, ito lang. Hinahanap natin the probability that y is less than 2 given x is equal to 1 would be the integral of our function y given x is equal to 1. Okay? Ngayon, ang kailangan natin kasi yung limits ng y. Kasi hindi natin pwedeng basta 0 to 2. Okay? Ang maximum natin ay 2. Kaya lang hindi naman pwedeng mag-0 ang y. Bakit hindi pwedeng mag-0 ang y? Kasi ang y, based sa original na problem, nagre-range lang siya from x to x plus 2. Ay, ang x nga natin ay 1. Okay? Yan. Since x is equal to 1, tapos ito naman yung given na original na limits ng y, na siya daw ay greater than x but less than x plus 2. So, nagre-range lang siya from x to x plus 2. So, kung ang x natin is 1, ang x natin 1 hanggang, so ang y natin would be 1 hanggang x plus 2. So, 1 plus 2, 3. So, ang pinakamababang value ng y natin is 1 lang. Okay? Therefore, ang limit natin ay hindi 0 to 2, kundi 1 to 2. Okay? Sana na-gets nyo yun. So, pag kinuha natin, ganun lang uli. Pag nakuha nyo yung limits, integrate na tayo in terms ng y. So, ito, pwedeng ilabas na si 1 over 6. Tapos, ito, integrate natin. So, y squared over 2 plus y. Ayan, inilabas na muna ang 1 over 6, tapos saka nag-integrate. Integral ng y kasi is y squared over 2, and integral ng 1 is y. Limits from 1 to 2. Okay, then, substitute na tayo. So, 1 over 6, so that's 2 squared over 2 plus 2. Minus 1 squared over 2 plus 1. Okay, so 2 squared over 2, so that's 4 over 2 plus 2. Minus 1 half plus 1. So, that is 4 minus 3 halves. Okay? So, pag kinumpute natin yan, calculator lang naman, the probability that y is less than 2 given x is equal to 1 is 5 over 12. Okay? Ngayon, check natin to. Next problem. So, this is our final answer. Then, problem 11, from the previous problem, determine the probability that y is greater than 2 naman when x is equal to 1. Look at that, ha? halos kabaliktaran siya. Kanina, y is less than 2 when x is equal to 1. Ito naman, y is greater than 2 when x is equal to 1. So, actually, kahit hindi na natin ito i-solve ng pahirapan sarili, kasi na-solve na natin to. So, yung probability ng y is less than 2, kabaliktaran nyo ng probability na ang y is greater than 2, di ba? So, given na ang x is equal to 1, ang probability na ang y is less than 2 ay equal yon sa 1 minus. O kung baliktarin natin, ang hinahanap natin is probability na y is greater than 2 given x is equal to 1. So, that would be the probability 1 minus the probability that y is less than 2 given x is equal to 1. Kasi kabaliktaran siya. Tandaan nyo yung complement ng probability. Okay? Kanina, hinahanap natin ano yung probability na ang value ng y natin ay less than 2 kung ang x natin ay 1. Ngayon naman, ang hinahanap natin ay probability na ang y natin ay greater than 2 given na ang x ay equal sa 1. Diba sila ay complement? So, pwedeng 1 minus yung given na lang natin na 5 over 12. So, the answer should be 7 over 12. Diba? Pero, let's try na isolve natin siya. Okay? Nang katulad ng ganito. Okay? So, ito, yung ating given pa rin. So, yung na-solve natin sa problem number 9. Yung ating probability function or probability distribution of y given x is equal to 1 is 1 plus y over 6. Okay? So, pag kukunin natin yung probability function ng definite na value ng y given ang definite na value ng x, that is simply equal to the integral of the function times, in terms of y. So, the probability, sorry na kung hindi ko ito napalitan, this should be greater than 2. I'm sorry. Greater than 2 is equal to 1. So, integral ng y plus 1 over 6 dy. So, since x is equal to 1, ganun ulit, ang y natin nagre-range lang kasi yan from 1 to 3. Dapat ay greater than 2. So, kung greater than 2, 2 ang pinaka-minimum natin, ang maximum natin dun ay 3. So, ang limits natin ay from 2 to 3. So, dun lang sila mag-iiba sa limits. Okay? So, ito siya. Inilabas lang si 1 over 6. Okay, tapos integrate ulit tayo dito, ay dy squared over 2 plus y ulit. Then, substitute the limits from 2 to 3. Okay, so, ito siya. 3 squared over 2 plus y is, it should be 3. I'm so sorry. Okay, 3 squared over 2 plus 3. Minus 2 squared over 2 plus 2. Ano ba yan? Sorry, hindi ko na-edit. Pakicalculate nyo nga kung tama ako dito. So, 3 squared over 2 is 9 halves plus 3 dapat ito. So, 9 halves plus 3. Wait lang ha, calculate natin. Makamali ako. So, 9 halves plus 3 dapat yon. So, 15 halves. Minus 2 squared over 2. So, that would be 4 over 2. 2 plus 1. Tama? 2 plus 2 pala. Sorry, ano ba yan? 4 squared over 2. So, that's 2 squared. 4 over 2 plus 2. So, that's 4. So, minus 4. So, the answer is 7 halves. Okay, so dapat ari ay over minus 4. Bakit hindi ko yun ano? Tapos, pag i-multiply, so ang answer dito, 7/2. Tapos, pag i-multiply mo sa 1/6, so, times mo ng 1/6, ang answer is 7/12. Tama naman ako dito sa final. Hindi ko pala to na-edit. Sorry. So, but still, the final answer is 7/12. So, pag ini-add mo yan dito sa answer natin kanina, 5/12. So, tamang ang dapat total probability niya is 1. Kasi full range na yon ng y. Kasi from less than 2 tsaka greater than 2 siya. Okay? So, hopefully na intindihan ang pagsosolve ng problems using joint probability of continuous random variable. So, that would be all for today. So, thank you and God bless.